Hello, Facebook friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Thursday, March 26th. It is 5 p.m. So in face of the pandemic we are all experiencing together, don't let fear allow you to panic and make bad decisions. And by that, I mean having to do with this vaccine they keep talking about. I read some very disturbing information, and I'm going to share some of it with you right now. Currently, researchers are foregoing some of the normally required safety testing in order to get a genetically engineered coronavirus vaccine out in record time. Hi, Scott. Hi, Teresa. In addition, the type of vaccine is completely new and will bypass animal testing before conducting human trials. Hi, Cecilia. The technology being used has not yielded a single immunization that has made it to market in the past. So why now? Why now? Because everybody is in a panic and everybody will stick out their arm and say, give it to me, because they are so afraid of this virus that they will forego any normal decision-making processes to allow this to happen. Hey, Marty. So the usual means of vaccination is injecting people with a weakened pathogen or proteins from the surface of the pathogen so that our immune system creates antibodies and learns, in a sense, to fight off that pathogen on a future exposure. In this case, they are using messenger RNA from the virus, which is a genetic material that sends information to cells to do things. Okay, that's what messenger RNA is. So they're using messenger RNA from the virus to instruct human DNA in the cells to produce the same proteins that COVID-19 uses to gain access into our cells. Okay, the belief is that once this fake virus particles are in the body, in our body, we will learn to recognize that and make antibodies against it and protect you when you are exposed to the real thing. Again, in theory, sounds okay. This technology has never been approved by the FDA. Okay, never been approved by the FDA, yet human clinical trials are currently underway here in the United States. Okay, the problem is we haven't tested the safety of this in animals yet. And for all you animal activists, I appreciate the fact, that concern, but that is how all of our drug testing gets done, to see if it is safe to use in humans before they do put them in our bodies, okay? So to make it more complicated, mice usually used for this don't have the same susceptibility to COVID-19 as humans. So testing in them is unreliable, giving a false sense of security if they are used to prove efficacy and safety. During the SARS epidemic 15 years ago, the same thing happened. Mice were genetically engineered to be susceptible to the virus so that they could do proper vaccine testing. This process should be done again, but it takes time, and clearly they are not waiting, since they are already doing human trials. They have 45 volunteers who've gotten paid, I think, $1,200 each to get injected twice with this material. Okay, you couldn't pay me enough to be a human guinea pig. Okay, just saying. In 2009 to 2010, they fast-tracked a vaccine for H1N1, the swine flu. The vaccine used in Europe resulted in a 9-fold increase in narcolepsy in children and teenagers. Okay, narcolepsy is when you kind of fall asleep suddenly, whether you're driving a car or you just nod out in the middle of class or in the middle of a sport, you fall down. I mean, all kinds of really bad things. A 9-fold increase. It is believed to be a permanent neurologic complication from the adjunct in that vaccine designed to accelerate the immune response. Okay, adjuncts are put in there to make your immune system attack faster so that you create that response in hopes of creating an antibody to the original substance. This was a fast-track vaccine. This was never approved in the United States, but in Europe it was in Finland, in United Kingdom, in Sweden, in all kinds of countries, and they had to pull it from the market after millions of people had already received it. That's pretty darn scary. A SARS vaccine was also fast-tracked. SARS was one of those coronaviruses, remember? And studies showed they offered protection against infection, but it came at a major cost. It had a disruption to the immune system, which led in and of itself, not from the virus, but from the vaccine, it led to severe lung inflammation when test animals were exposed to the virus. Okay, so when the virus came for people who were not vaccinated, they got a normal response. Anybody who had any animal that got the virus after the vaccine had a severe inflammatory lung response. The final statement of the study was, caution in proceeding to application of this vaccine in humans is indicated. This is the same vaccine that they are trying to fast track now for COVID-19. Same technology, same problem. Unfortunately, if we don't do the appropriate animal testing and mass vaccinations do occur, we become the guinea pigs for their study after the fact. Whether you are pro or anti-vaccine, that is not the discussion at the moment. The discussion is don't allow your fear and panic of this virus currently to allow you to alter your judgment of what you would do under normal circumstances. If this vaccine went through proper trials and took 10 to 15 years like all other drugs do to get approved through the FDA properly, would you or wouldn't you take the vaccine? That is a question that only you can answer for yourself. But while it's fast-tracked and people are panicking and in fear mode, they're going to use your emotions to get you vaccinated. Okay? So consider that before you stick your arm out and inject yourself with something that has caused damage in other countries. On that note, again, please don't make this a vaccine argument. I will delete comments if they're inappropriate. I don't mean to ruffle any feathers. I'm just giving you some scientific information that's out there if you look for it. Use your better judgment, and in this day and age, stay safe, but stay educated. Okay? So on that note, I hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope you are enjoying family time, getting out and exercising like I've been saying every day. Get out in the sun. Get your vitamin C, do all the other good things, wash your hands, but don't panic, okay? Stay calm if you can. On that note, I will see you guys again tomorrow for another Live in 5.